Hi everyone, it's Tanya and welcome to today's video. And today I have another very exciting video for you because it's all about another readathon, new readathon that I want to participate in June 2020. Throughout the whole month of June, Ashley from A Frolic Through Fiction will be hosting a readathon, which is Make Your Myth Taker readathon. And the readathon is focused on reading myth retellings. However, you don't have to read like only myth retellings or only fantasy. You can read whichever genre you prefer, but it has very interesting prompts. So basically you have to create like a character. You choose a character that you want to pursue, and for each character you have to read 4 books. You are not allowed to double up on books. However, after you read the first 4, if you still have time, you can follow, you can add other characteristics to your character. So you can read prompts from other characters, like this way you can kind of change your character and create your special, new and unique. She explains it much better so that's why I will link the announcement video in the description box down below so you can go and check it out. But it's very creative, very brilliant, and just so interesting and fascinating. That's why I thought, look, it's brilliant. I really want to participate. As you can guess, I really like readathons. I like participating in readathons. So this is a new one that I want to take part in. And so for me, so in this video I'm going to describe to you the perfect situation. If everything goes according to my plan and I manage to read all the books. So I want to create a character who is a goddess, a pirate, and a royal spy, like at the same time, all together. So hear me out, how it's going to work. So initially, like her premier characteristic, she is a goddess. A goddess of, let me just read it to you. So she is a goddess of trickery and guile, master of cunning, deception, craftiness, and treachery. So basically like an analog of Dolos in like Greek mythology and Loki in like the northern mythology. So basically like this type of goddess. However, like not very high in hierarchy. She's just like free-spirited type of goddess who can like do whatever she wants. She doesn't have to be like a very high in hierarchy. So, and because she is like this master of disguise and she is so adventurous and just the goddess of trickery, of course she doesn't want to see it in like whichever place the gods are living in. So she wants to just have adventures and explore and have fun and trick people, trick gods, like trick whomever she can trick. That's why she decides to live a life of a pirate, and she lives into this like a ship, and she travels all around like the oceans and rivers and seas, and again she just plays tricks with humans, robs humans probably, and like, you know, fights other pirates. And like she's a goddess, she just does whatever she wants. So she just has fun with her life. And because she lives in this like human world already, gods ask her to become their spy and just, you know, check the humans whether they like follow all the like procedures and they respect the gods and they follow all the like gods rules and stuff. So that's why they ask her to be their spy, which is like an analog of royal spy, but she's a spy for gods, which is like, I think it's like basically a royal spy. So that's why like these are like her characteristics, like ideally. So a goddess, pirate, and a spy. And I have already been playing for so long. I have killed so much time like creating this character, the pictures of her, what she would look like in her different like disguises, and what she would look like as a goddess, what she would look like as a pirate, what she would look like as a spy. Brilliant. It has been so much fun, and like I just cannot stop doing it. I imagined her like being a Greek goddess, being like an Egyptian goddess, being just like random goddess, like fantasy goddess. I don't know, it has been so much fun. I really enjoy it. So yeah, I will insert some pictures on the screen so you can see what I have done. But it's just so much fun, and I just like imagining her. If I want to create this type of character, I have to read 12 books, so 4 books for each characteristic. We'll start with goddess, and then she will be a pirate, and like then in the very end she will be a spy. So for goddess prompts, first I have to read a book with non-human main character. For that I have Tooth and Claw by Jo Walton. This book is all about dragons and all the main characters are dragons. And I actually picked it up because of Jean from Jean Bookish Thoughts. She highly recommends this book. She says it's like Pride and Prejudice. It's like English Victorian era, but all the main characters are dragons. And humans don't really, like, they exist, like they mention them sometimes, but humans aren't really like a part of the story. Prompt number 2 is to read a book with foiled cover. And for that I have Wild Spark by Vashti Hardy. And you see there's lots of foiling. It's very shiny and it's very beautiful, and I really like the cover. And again, this is a recommendation from Jean Bookish Thoughts. This is a middle grade novel about a girl coping with her grief because her brother has passed away recently. And in this world, like, technology and magic are connected, so people create machines, but then they can kind of make the machines alive. From what I know, in this book, the girl, she creates the machine and soul of her brother lives in this machine, so it's something like that. And yeah, this is a middle grade novel about grief, about family and love and family relationships, so it must be brilliant and also very beautiful and highly recommended. So yeah, this is going to be my second prompt for Goddess. Next one is the highest rated book on my TBR. This is a book to become immortal, to make my character immortal, which gods are. And the highest rated book on my TBR is also the longest book on my TBR, because if you remember, a few weeks ago I made a video all about like longest books on my TBR, and this was the winner. It's also the highest rated, so it's the Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson, and this book is like 1000 pages. Luckily the font is not huge, but like it's decent, it's a good size font. So, and I really want to read this book, like, and also like I think the 4th book in this series comes out in November, so I really have the plan to, like, if I like the 1st book, to then try and binge read like the whole series till the 4th book till November. Wish me luck, I don't know. So I'm going to attempt reading The Way of Kings. I think for this book I will make like a 24-hour readathon or 48-hour readathon, because Ashley also said that in the weekends they will conduct like readathons, like weekend readathons, to kind of push you to read more and to read faster. So I think I will keep this book for one of the weekends. So it would push me to read the book fast, because I noticed that if it's a huge book, it's better to just like dive into it and just read it and just like be completely absorbed by the book, and not to stretch it through like long time. It's better to just like push through and read as fast as possible. So that's why I'm going to keep it for one of those like weekend readathons. The last book for Goddess is going to be just a random book. So basically you just randomize your TBR, and whichever book happens, that book you have to read. And I have already done it, so I basically collected like shorter books that I want to read, because hello, I have Brandon Sanderson, I need to find like short books as well. I collected all the short books that I want to read, counted them, and then from like random number generator just gave me a number of books that I have to read, and this is Things Fall Apart. I'm not sure how to pronounce the author's name, I am so sorry, but this is a book by a Nigerian author, and I'm very excited about it. I really want to read it. This is the first book in a trilogy, so if I really enjoy it I will get other 2, but it has been sitting on my TBR for a long time. I think I also mentioned it in my shortest books video, so perfect, I will just read it for this video. And now we are down to Pirate Path. Now I have to make my Goddess character a pirate as well. And for pirate, the first book that I have to read is a book featuring a large body of water. In this case, I'm not sure if it's like a large, but like rivers can be large, right? Rivers can be quite big. So I'm going to read Once Upon a River by Diane Satterfield. This book is also on my longest and like biggest books TBR video. I will link it somewhere if you want to watch. But this is also quite a big one. It's like 500 something pages. and this is like a mystery novel about England where children start disappearing into the river, and then one of them returns, and like nobody knows like what happened to this girl, why did she return, why is she the only one who returned, is it the same girl? So like it's a very like mystery type of book. Again, a lot of people recommend it. Pirus Project, Reagan from Pirus Project recommended it, she loved it a lot. So yes, this is going to be my pirate book. Also perfect like mystery, right? So pirates are quite mysterious, so yeah, I think it's going to be a perfect book for becoming a pirate. Next prompt is a dark cover, and for that I have another short book which was also on my shortest books, and this is The Blind Owl, and this is a book by an Iranian author which I am so excited about. And this book is named like the major literary work of 20th century Iran, and it deals with topics of death, how death affects us as people and affects our personalities and just our life. It's just like a philosophical type of questions. So sounds brilliant, sounds so interesting, and I'm so excited to read. Also, it's very short, it's like 70 pages, 78 pages, so it's very short, and I think I will read it just in one sitting, so perfect for this because I have other longer books, so also perfect for this TBR. Next is Featuring a Journey. Actually, for this one I'm not completely sure if I chose a good book, but because obviously I haven't read this, I'm not sure, but from what I heard, so Darker Shade of Magic by V. Schwab, so as far as I remember, there are like different types of Londons, like white, grey and red London, and this one character travels from one London to another, so it's a journey, right? So I think it fits the prompt, and I'm sure a lot of you know better than I do what this book is about, because it's like these 3 Londons is all I know. But I know that like lots of people absolutely adore V. Schwab, and I want to give her a try. I've never read anything by her before. Next one is a bargain book. This is, I don't know if it's like also like fits the prompt, but I bought this book with a discount. So discount is a bargain, right? So that's why I think it fits, but I also just really want to read it. That's why I also picked it up, and this is The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin. I have another N.K. Jemisin book on my TBR for this readathon, but this is going to be for my pirate prompts. And this is her newest book, her latest book, and it's like a fantasy, like an urban fantasy set in New York. That's all I know. But I know that like she received consequent Hugo Awards for her Broken Earth trilogy, so I think she's like a brilliant author. I haven't read obviously anything yet. It's going to be my first book, but I hope I'm going to like it. And yeah, I also have like a signed copy, which also makes me very excited. And it has beautiful pink edges, so the book is just stunning, and I really want to read it. Oh, and Neil Gaiman also praises it. He says it's a glorious fantasy. So yes, this is also on my TBR for pirate. And now we are going to make my pirate royal spy, because gods decided to use all of her trickery abilities to keep an eye on humans. So humans would pay their respect to gods, and they would follow all the rules that gods have set for them. For becoming a royal spy, in this case, deity royal spy, something like that. The first book I have to read is Heard Good Things About, and this is going to be another N.K. Jemisin book, the 5th season. I watched Reagan from Pirus Project read her trilogy, all of her like reading vlogs, and she loved them. She just absolutely adored them. She said like wonderful fantasy, and she highly recommends this book. These are the good things that I've heard about it. That's why I think it perfectly fits the prompt. Also it has been sitting on my TBR for a long time, so high time to read it. Next one is read a book with gold, purple or red on the cover, and for that I'm going to read this book, The Smoke Thief. Actually initially it was on my Owls TBR, but I didn't get to it, so that's why it goes to my Make Your Myth Taker TBR. From what I know, it's a book about these creatures who are shapeshifters, and they are like humans, but they can also shapeshift into dragons. and they're like these very sensual creatures. And it's also, I think it has like a romance here, which I'm not very big for romance, but we will see. Maybe I will enjoy it in like this fantasy setting. So this is one more book. Next is going to be a secret read, so I'm not supposed to tell you the book that I'm going to read. To be honest, I don't know myself. I kind of have an idea, but I'm not sure yet, so maybe I will choose something else. But yeah, it's a secret for me too. And the last book should be underhyped. And for underhyped book, I have chosen Things in Jars, because again, Peru's project recommended, and she said that I don't really see a lot of people reading it, and she also said it like this. She feels that this book is very underhyped. So yeah, this is going to be, and this is also like a mystery novel about like people disappearing and set in Victorian England, when people like collected different curiosities, and people could also be curiosities. So it's like about collections, you know, and I like this idea, so sounds brilliant, and I want to read it. There you have it, guys, all the books that I want to read for Make Your Myth Taker readathon in June. I'm very excited about all of them, and let me know in the comments if you are going to participate. I think this is brilliant, and I think it's very interesting. This has been my TBR for Make Your Myth Taker readathon. Let me know in the comments if you are going to participate, what books you want to read, what characters you want to create. I think it's brilliant, and I would like to know. I hope you're staying safe, I hope you're having a very good day, and I will see you soon in the next videos. Thank you, bye.